All right. Okay, turn this music down just a little bit. Let's see here. Text, our YouTube page. All right. Let's see here. So I fixed the problem that I had in the last thing. I don't know what I was doing, but I had some dinner and I took a walk, and it is much better. So instead of trying to evaluate this at the global scope, I stuck every time that a word gets submitted. This function evaluates the current size of a team. So you can just plug the socket in and see how many are on the red team. And we can do the same thing with the blue team. 1 second, I need to pull something up here. I stuck. Okay, just checking the audio. Looks good. Okay. So now that works much better. So now, if we restart the server, we have 2 players, and both players join the red team. And they come down here, and this guy confirms spy, and this guy confirms spy. This is all submissions for team ran. Now we can work on our validation function that I started working on earlier. So we'll just do the red team for now, and then we'll come back and we'll just do the same thing with the blue team. So I'm going to leave this debugging message in here for now while we step through it. Okay, so the next step, I think, is to call a function and see what the word is. So I think I'm going to move this down here to, what is this? Is this what I already did? That's going to be the second function. So this function is validate or check answer, check submission. Okay. Control K. Pull that off there. Okay. So this pulls the current size of the team. It increases the submission count. This, I guess, and then down here we need to reset this back to 0. Red team submission count gets reset. Okay, crash because of this. It resets that, and now we're going to call another function and where we actually pass the data. So this now goes into check submission data, and we're actually going to evaluate the word down here. So check submission, and then I guess we just pass data, that's fine. And now we're going to see if it's a red, blue, neutral, or assassin word. And then I think we can just return it. Do we have to do it twice? I actually don't think that we need to. Yeah, I think we do actually. And it might be better to just have separate functions. There's probably a way to combine these that's a little easier, but I'm thinking for now we'll just leave it be. So I guess we do the thing here. Okay, so like if it's a red team word, we're going to give red team a point. Actually, it matters what team they're on. So now we say data team, and then we can embed this. So if team is equal to red, right? So now if the team's red and it's a red team word, they get a point, right? Otherwise, if it's a blue team word, other team gets a point. And then if it's a neutral team word, ends turn. Ends turn. And then if it's an assassin word, it ends game. And so they get a point plus checks if the spy master declared more words. Okay. So I guess they get a point now. So these should be global variables up here, and we will just call them let red team score equal 0, let blue team score. These are all global variables. Sort of global variables. Okay. So I think we can just say, if it's a red team word, we'll just say red team score plus plus. And otherwise, the blue team also gets a point and ends the turn. So this is blue team score plus plus, and then we also have to end the turn. Also end the turn. Okay, if it's a neutral team word, it just ends the turn. And then this is going to be ends the game. .207. So I'm forgetting to close this. Oh, I guess I did it outside of the thing. This isn't a problem. It's somewhere else. But this is annoying because I actually don't know where 195 isn't right. I think it's up here. If team equals red. Yeah, right here. Good. Okay. Now we have two players again. Okay. They both join the red team. they both submit the word cross. All submissions are in. And so now, in theory, we should just be able to say red team score 0. Oh, because I didn't pass the team. Okay. Data red. Same move here. Restart the server. Join the red team. Confirms. He joins the red team. Confirms all submissions are in. Red team score 0. Why not? Okay. Join the red team. All submissions are in. Hits red. Hits red. Okay, so it's going here. So if the team is red, it is. Now if red team's word. Oh, I obviously didn't even look to see if it was a red team word, which is probably helpful. That's why I wasn't getting a score. So we needed to make sure that it's a red team word before I submit. Okay, so let's refresh here. We joined the red team. Let's check and see what the red team words are. So seal. So let's go down here, find seal. We know this is a red team word, confirm. Hits red, and now we should just be able to check red team score. And we have 1, so that works. Cool. So that's actually like working as intended. So it wasn't increasing the score before because we weren't guessing a red team word. So all the words for the team have to be in, and it has to be a member of the list that we're checking. So that's cool. And then we have to update the score as well. And I think we can just set score, check submission, and because we have to pass it back and then update the score. Maybe we should do it after, because it doesn't matter. It'll get updated there. And then we should just be able to set score with the red team score and the blue team score. Shouldn't matter, in theory. Come on, man. Gotta let that server boot. Okay. Okay. Confirms all submissions for the team are in. And then boom, it does update. But now we have to, on the set score, we have to delete that when that happens on the client. Otherwise, it's not going to change. So this is set score if self.player.score. So if it exists, then simply destroy it. Destroy. Okay, so now we choose red team. Let's ensure that we get a red team word. Red words. So vacuum, and submitting this should change the red team score to 1. It does. Okay, cool. That is awesome. Back on the server. So yeah, we can just submit it down here because it updates in the function globally. So I'm just going to make this a little prettier, because even though I don't like putting one thing on one line and the other things on the other, even if it's only going to be a one-liner, it just doesn't look good. Doesn't read well either. Okay, red team score, blue team score. This is no score, ends turn. And then this makes you lose the game. Okay. So that looks pretty good for the red team. We have to know which team is submitting it to. Otherwise, we're going to have to create 2 separate socket functions, which is stupid. So, what's the best way to do this? I need to think. That's not too bad. Okay. So this is only going to be for the red team. Maybe we send the team that the submission comes from every time. But then the problem with that is we have to do another check to ensure that it's not coming from somebody that shouldn't be submitted in this round. Like, I guess it's not that big of a deal. Submit whatever. And yeah, I guess we can just say, yeah, I guess we'll just also submit the team self.player.team. be fine. We'll just catch it over here. Wait, I'm already sending more than one thing. No, I'm just sending one thing and then continue. Okay. So now when I catch it, I need to catch the data and the team. I guess this might make more sense as submission. I should say that data, everything else is data. Okay, so data and team. And then here we can just check if team is equal to red. And then I think I can just do an else because there's not going to be any of the teams. You're not even going to be allowed to submit unless you're on the correct team. So in this case, we can move this whole thing up. If the team is red, then evaluate all this, or else not do anything. And then the same thing, we do the same thing down here, I guess. This is going to be blue team submission count. If blue team submission count is equal to the current size, this should probably be a function too. All submissions for the blue team are in. This gets reset. Blue. Okay, so should just be able to evaluate this now as word bank blue team roles. I misspelled that. Word bank blue team roles. So Bermuda. So if this guy joins the blue team and he finds Bermuda and he submits. Did not say all submissions for blue team are in, but because it's not the right thing. Constantly debug. Okay. So log is a blue team word. We join the blue team. We submit log. All submissions for the blue team are in. And the blue team should also get a point. Check submission data blue. I don't think I added it yet. I didn't. So that's the if statement. This is the check submission. And then I think same thing here. We just do an else. Some shit over here. So if it's a red team word, every team gets a score. So let's try it. Okay. So now this guy joins a blue team. We figure out which word is a blue team word. New York is a blue team word indeed. We send. I think this needs a restart. It's getting finicky now. Okay, blue team. Play, marble, grease space, suck dip, watch. Oh, that's not good. They're not random. And they're supposed to be random. So these look bond undertaker, and this just goes in order. So that's not good. I'm gonna have to fix that. Something's messed up in the word bank function. So it should be that this dot get on the word. Well, I'll debug that in a second. But now I need to fix this. Or at least check if this is working. So Wand is or plays the blue team mode. Should submit. All submissions are in. Blue team gets a point. That works. Okay. Now I need to debug the word bank function and see what's going on here. It's the vanilla word list. So it's just words that are going there. That should have no impact on what actually happens. So it should know which one is which is which. Center is the assassin word in this case. That's the last one. Oh. Okay. So something's not getting generated right when this gets created. So let's look at the class here. So if I is less than 8, these should be the first, these are the blue team words, they go first. But this should be a random word. So maybe something's wrong with this function. This dot get random word. Get random word. The current length is going to be the initial word list dot length. Just want the whole word list. Return 1. And then we want a random from the current length. Let's see what's going on here. Seoul, Moscow, Racket, Wall, Bat, Park. Okay, so obviously this ain't the one. It's just pushing them in order. Because when it gets removed here, it should be removing that word. This not remove word. Index of word. Maybe it's not getting removed properly. Remove value from word. Like, that's so complicated. There's no way. Like, there's no way it has to be all this, right? Okay. Oh, I guess people are still doing fireworks. Okay. Um, I'm gonna try this little ghetto function here. Like, I don't know. Stack Overflow. From the array. Okay. So maybe let's see if this gives us. I actually don't know. I don't think the indexing is the problem. I think my get random word function is. But we'll find out. So I guess now. Wait a minute. This looks good now. I think. There's a spring. I don't even see spring on here. Spring centaur knife. Oh, so here we go. Spring centaur knife. No, that's bad. So still in order. So I think maybe my remove function's fine. I think maybe the get random word is not so random, which is why it's logging these in order. Math random. We need a number between the between this. Actually, this should be get random. Return 1 should be get random ints between the current length. And this initial word list. And then this is going to be and then now these shouldn't be in order. And if we refresh, it is. Piano sound full contract. Piano sound full contract. So, why isn't it getting a random integer like it's supposed to? Current length. Is this not what I think it is? Because in theory, this should be a number from 1 to 25. It's not random. It's not random at all. Because it's not purging. I think I should remove it from the array here instead of doing it here. Let's try that. So what if when we call it, we say get random word? Obviously that's right. Dice spy. This dot remove word, this dot initial word list. Not sure if that's the right word, but so this looks good now. Wake. Oh wait. No. Wake straw. Fuck. How come this isn't pull a random word out of the array? Which is what I was doing here before. I think maybe, okay, get random value from this array and view this. I need to look at this. This will be a problem to solve. I gotta make sure I'm pulling a random word out of the array and then pushing it back because it's gonna be the world's worst game, I think, if these are all in order. These are all the blue team's words, and the ones below are all the red team's words. So I'll fix that, and then we'll come back to this in the stream. So I just need to do some digging and figure out why I'm having trouble pulling out of this array. I thought this was working. I thought when I tested this, it was working. So maybe I changed something somewhere, and it's not what I think. So I'm going to take a look at it, and I will be back.